My Food Community is a leadership course to support people who are working in the community around managing and empowering citizens to take a more active role in their food system.
My Food Community has been a really important part of the Food for Life Get-togethers programme. It was a long time in the making. We did a lot of research, working with community food organisers, really trying to find out what they wanted and what was needed.
There's a tremendous amount of passion and interest in it, and it brings people together. It brings communities together. It helps people, within their local area feel part of a community.
And if you don't have those community leaders connecting up, if you don't have those people who are able to just say, yeah, I'm going to have a go at this and I know this person, nothing will ever get done.
Citizens have a central role in the food system. The food system should be working for them. And at the moment, it isn't really. It's not working for their interests.
I go along and kind of deliver these sessions and people are kind of looking to me to talk about food citizenship. But in doing that, they're telling me about their own work. They're telling me about the things that are hard. They're telling me about the things that are brilliant. And there is so much that's happening in community food across the UK. And it's just people doing it for themselves. It's people being active citizens. And rather than getting bogged down in what we can't do, which is really easy to do, and things are so difficult in many ways. It's people just saying, actually, what can I do?
With the skills I've learned through My Food Community, it's given me such a really strong foundation in what it is to work in a sustainable food system. So it's really given me the foundation to take that knowledge through into my work with Bangor Food Partnership.
So, I work in Wales, I know people in my region, but I thought, surely I can learn something. And I thought that was really valuable, to be in a space where maybe someone else is doing something similar and I could learn from them. I saw some of the subjects that we were going to cover, leadership, campaigning, and I thought, it would be so great, to learn something new or get up to date with knowledge that I have.
I think it is going back to that idea of sharing networks and supporting individuals to be part of many, because many programmes and campaigns do think that, this network is my network, but to be able to strengthen people's skills and knowledge by cross-pollination, has been, a real learning for us to kind of broaden our horizons and support people where they want to go.
And it's just been a fantastic resource for understanding the food system a bit better, understanding sustainability, and obviously the actual coming together. So the getting together has been really valuable to network with people nationally, but then also on a really local level as well.
And some of the stuff around the learning and inspiration workshops, in particular, we were kind of looking at what it means to be a food leader and challenging some of those assumptions around, you have to be really assertive or you have to be really loud and you have to be those things all the time, but instead kind of putting forward this idea of food leaders as more of a shared role that you have within the community. Anybody can be a leader. You don't have to be especially loud. You don't have to be especially assertive. And that made it feel a lot more accessible.
Already, I'm going to use the little bit of leadership support funding that we have to do some work around diverse cultures and cooking and connecting our local producers with refugees and asylum seekers to produce recipes that reflect their culture.
Just being a part of the community, as it says in the title, connecting with all the, amazing people from the Soil Association, My Food Community, and also obviously being able to run this 12-week programme as part of the small grant is definitely the main highlight for me. I had the first session yesterday with a group of ladies who are regular users of the food bank, and we're doing a 12-week programme called the Balanced Kitchen, where we're changing their perspectives around food education.
I think one of the things we've really didn't envisage from My Food Community is the confidence that has grown in individuals as they move through the programme. And it doesn't matter what background they've come into Food for Life get-togethers from, whether it be a commissioner or a Sustainable Food Places coordinator or an allotment owner. They've come in and they've embraced the process and they've got on with getting to know each other, sharing all the skills and experience and knowledge, but also coming together as a group of people for peer networking in a community space.
My experience so far of the My Food community programme has been very, very positive. I've become more aware of what's going on, I think, nationally. Because when you're working at a very local level, you're quite aware of what's happening around you and nearby in your communities. But it's been really useful to have that reference point to a more national picture.
It was just a really good space to sort of share experience with other people doing similar work. At first I thought I didn't have enough time for it and it would be too much of a distraction from my usual work. But it turned out to be a really good space to explore ideas and connect with other people.
One of the key learning highlights for me really was learning what other people are doing in the food space. You know, I'm doing one particular thing, and it's really looking and being so inspired by what others are doing in the space and what people are able to do with just sometimes good hearts and hardly any money. And I mean, I found that just so inspiring and so hopeful.
I was really interested in having that monthly, weekly get-together in the leadership and the mentoring because it really stopped me from being isolated.
Whenever you get people together in a room to talk about food and, you know, food poverty and food education and any topic around that, you know, no matter what angle they're coming at it from, everybody comes down to the same, you know, aspect is that we need more connection. We need people to know who can help them to get to where they need to get to and provide that support to each other. So that has been absolutely amazing.
It really galvanises some of that enthusiasm around all going for the same thing of trying to improve good food, be it local or national, and feeling like we're really starting to make some progress there.
The connections with local people. You might have different skill sets, but then if you put them together, it's very powerful.
Just getting people together to share stories and share experiences is one of the most important things to, one, continue people's momentum and drive, but also to just share knowledge. You don't always have to come up with new ideas to make a difference, and having people who have been in similar situations and linking them up with each other has been an invaluable part of the programme.
I also found the leadership programme interesting in that I suppose it made me reflect on my own skills, and I suppose to a degree it's probably given me a little bit more confidence in my capacity to take things further. I suppose we all feel a little bit of imposter syndrome now and again when we're sitting in very big strategic meetings, but it really helped me to evaluate myself and where my strengths are, and I've learned quite a lot from that as well.
There needs to be an investment in the leadership and the capacity of these people to carry on doing what they're doing. Times are really tough out there. We're in the middle of a really deep cost of living crisis, really difficult to find other services. So we need to support these people because the work that they're doing is inspirational and it makes a real difference. We invested through the My Food Community Programme in providing leadership support to these groups of people to get them thinking about the food system as a whole and the role that communities play in that. And they've flourished.
Well, the exciting thing is the people and the networking that they have between themselves. So although we bring them together through My Food Community, those connections continue beyond the life of our programme, and they continue to meet, talk to each other, share ideas and best practice, and go and visit each other in their own communities as well. And as part of that, they're just increasing their own resilience and skills to build a really good food movement where they live.
sustainable food places. Now that is around building a movement of partnerships, a partnership approach whereby we look at food as a system. It interacts with everybody. It doesn't matter where you live, who you vote for, whether you believe in climate change, you don't believe in climate change, everyone has to eat. So it's a really great base level to start having these difficult conversations, because they are difficult, and bringing people together in a way that they can help to change the food system into something that's just better for everyone.
Food partnerships bring together all the people who have a stake in how they're fed and the system that's providing them with the food that they need. I think it's a really good way of connecting people to their food. From that awareness comes more of a benefit to health. And it's also encouraging people to think more clearly about where their food is coming from and the sorts of impacts that that has.
SFP locally is made up of local food partnerships are made up of a whole range of stakeholders. We've got quite senior people in local authorities, people working in institutions such as universities and NHS trusts. We've also got a lot of community organisations and individuals and businesses on board. And what has surprised and really pleased the SFP team is that My Food Communities was taken up. The cohort included people from all those sectors, and it included public health professionals as well as community activists. So it's clear that the need to feel better prepared to be able to create change in the food system in your local area is right across a range of people, skill sets, sectors, and so on. So I think that is something that I would say is that My Food Communities now feels like an integral part of sustainable food places, and what we'd like to see going forward is the two working really closely together.
I think one of the biggest things that's just been so inspiring and impressive is just the immense amount of knowledge, expertise, enthusiasm, hard work that's happening at the grassroots level, and just to honor that and to learn from it and to work to bring people together, that we don't really need top-down solutions necessarily. We need ways for this bottom-up energy and people that know everything about their community and are doing amazing work to reach out to everyone in their community, that they're able to really, they should be driving the solutions that we're facing to our food systems. And so just to really think through how we're facilitating that and moving that forward. And that's really where the energy and the excitement and the inspiration lies. And that's really where we should be looking for our big answers.